Continuing on with our update videos, today we are looking at the signal bar limits and really how we can use this data to control whether or not we enter a trade on a specific signal bar. And with this, we're looking at which direction a bar closes. So whether it closes up or closes down. And we're also looking at the bar size and ATR size. So if they're too big or too small, all of these can determine whether we enter a trade on a specific signal. So with that, let's head to our chart to see a few examples. The first thing we're starting off with is using the signal bar limit to determine which direction our bar must close in order to enter a trade. Now, by default, you're going to have both of these options selected, and all this means is whether the bar closes up or it closes down, it's going to enter a trade regardless, as long as you have an entry signal. So for this example, I'm just using this TTM squeeze indicator. I'm automating these entry arrows, but what happens in certain scenarios, like you may see here, sometimes we get a long signal when the bar closes down, or vice versa. Sometimes we get a short signal when the bar closes up. And I know this has come up quite a bit. Some traders may not want to actually take these signals if the bar closes in the opposite direction of your trend. So with the Predator X, we do have the ability to filter out these specific signals to make sure the bar actually closes in our direction once we get whatever entry signal we're using. And this could be any custom entry signal. This could be a built-in Predator X auto entry, whatever it may be. These filters will work for any auto entry with the Predator X. So in order to set this up, simply go to your filters, and all we're going to do is unselect this long down, short up, and we're just going to leave long up. That means in order to enter a long trade, the bar must close up, so a green bar. In order to enter short, the bar must close down, so that is a red bar. So that's all you have to do. Let's run this on market replay just so we can see it in action. So here, I'm just going to let it run on market replay. And guys, this is not trading advice whatsoever. This is just a random spot on market replay just to show an example of how this works. Ideally, you would apply this to your own strategy if this is something that you want to use. So let me speed this up just a little bit.
Order filled.
So here we get a long signal, and that is on a green bar that closed up. According to our filter, that is a valid entry, so the Predator X automatically takes that trade. And then we come over here, we get a long signal, but this is a red bar, the bar closed down. According to our filter, we do not allow this trade. So the Predator X automatically skips this trade, again, because the bar closed in the opposite direction. And here we get the exact same scenario. We have a long entry signal, but the bar closed down, so it doesn't allow this trade.
Order submitted.
Here we get a short signal with a red bar. That is a valid short entry.
Order filled.
And then over here, the opposite, we get a short signal, but the bar closed up. That goes against the rules. The Predator X automatically skips this entry. So that's really all there is to these bar direction options. It's just to determine which direction the bar closes once you get that entry signal. And that way you can verify if it's moving in your direction. But with that, let's move on to the bar size limits. The next thing we're looking at has to do with the bar size limits. And this is going to be very similar as our previous examples in terms of whether it allows or prevents trades. But instead of using how the candle closes, it's just how big our bar actually is. So let's just enable this, the bar size limit, and you're going to see your max and your minimum. So what this means is if your bar from high to low is above 150 ticks in this example, it could be whatever you want. But if it's above this range, it's not going to enter that trade. Or if it's below this range right here, so let's say if it's below 5 ticks, then we don't want to take that trade either. So any bars whose high and low is either below or above this range, again, it's not going to enter a trade. And just one caveat with this is it's always looking at the bar immediately to the left. So this really just goes for signals that are either on bar close, so bars to go set to 1, or if you're using plot mode, if you are not using scan current bar. And these are the default settings anyway, so for most of you, you won't have to worry about it anyways. But just thought I should mention, for those who do want to automate while the bar is still forming, these filters will not apply to those signals that do form while the bar is still forming. So with that said, let's just show a quick example here. Again, I have my max set to 150 and my minimum size set to 5. So I'm going to hit play. So here we get a short signal. It should enter a trade, but because our maximum size is 150, and if we look at the trade status, it tells us the bar size. This one was at 221, so it's outside of our range, and the Predator X automatically blocked that entry. So it doesn't take this trade. So again, it's just going to constantly update on every single bar, and it's going to let you know the exact tick size of the previous bar. So in this case, when this one is opened, it's going to look at this one right here. So I didn't quite get the actual high and low, but it's at 74 ticks, and that's what it tells you right up here in the trade status. So again, any bar whose signal falls within this range is good to go. So once again, I'm going to keep playing. So here, once again, we get a long signal, but the bar was above our range. We went just a little too quick, but it was well over that 150 tick limit. And guys, you don't have to use 150. This is just a random number for this video as well.
Order filled.
And right here, we got another signal, but this one, if we look at the high and low, well under our 150 ticks, so it falls within our range, so the Predator X automatically takes that trade. And now for the last example is going to be very similar to the bar size limit, but in this case, we are using the actual ATR in order to determine whether we enter a trade or not. So let's select this one. And with this option, we again have to select the maximum and minimum ATR. If the ATR falls outside of that range, then it's not going to take any trades. So let's say, for example, if our ATR reaches 18, I no longer want to take any new trades. Now, again, your trade status is going to tell you exactly what the current ATR of the previous bar is, and it's also going to give you your maximum and minimum values. And just one thing, there is no visual for the ATR. The ATR value is just running in the background, but if you do want some sort of a visual, I do recommend just disable the strategy and load the ATR indicator by itself. So just load this here. Make sure you have the same period. So by default, it's always going to be at 14, but you can change it in here. And if you want to change it inside of the Predator, just go into the Predator properties. And if you do select the ATR size limit, then you will have this option under your indicator section, and you can adjust the ATR period just as well in here. So once you have all the settings that you like, simply re-enable the Predator, and then you'll be able to see the current ATR 14.9. Same thing that your trade status tells you, 14.9. So now I'm going to run the exact same time just so we can see how it works. And again, with every new bar, your ATR is going to constantly update. It's going to let you know what it's currently sitting at right now.
Order filled.
So here we enter a trade, and the ATR during this bar, it was only at 15.65, well within our limits, so it takes that trade. So now we'll keep playing. And now over here, we can see once that ATR creeps up above 18, that's our max limit, then the Predator X is going to block it, and it's not going to allow any trades that happen when this ATR is this high.
Order filled.
So here we come back down below our ATR limit, so it takes this trade.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Over here, we got another short entry signal, but the ATR was well above our 18 threshold, so that trade was blocked. It's not going to allow that trade to happen. Same thing with this one over here. ATR was well above 18, no valid entry. Same thing with this one. We're still above 18. That's not a valid entry either.
Order submitted.
And then over here, we finally get
Order filled.
a signal where the ATR was under our 18 threshold. And now we can start taking trades again. So that's all it is. It's just a limit based on the actual ATR value whenever we get an entry signal. So I think that just about covers everything related to the signal bars, but I think I am going to cut the video here. If you're looking for a free trial of the Predator X order entry, you can find that over at TradeSaber.com. And we also have a Discord where you can join to ask questions or find even more content. Links for everything down below. But I hope you guys found it useful. As always, take care, enjoy.